Skol, Vikings Nation. Welcome back to the channel where we bleed purple and gold every single day. It's officially NFL draft month, and the countdown is on 3 weeks until we see what GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah has up his sleeve for our Minnesota Vikings. Here's the teaser that's got me buzzing. In this mock draft, the Vikings trade back from number 24 and still snag a game-changing offensive lineman. How do they pull that off? Stick with me, because this is about to get wild. Picture this. Kwesi's sitting in the war room, staring at just 4 picks on the board, the fewest in the league. The pressure's on after last year's bold trades for J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner ate up our draft capital. So, does he stay put at 24 or wheel and deal to stack the deck? In this simulation, he trades back 6 spots with the Buffalo Bills, turning 1 pick into 430, 109, 169, and 206. That's nearly double the ammo, and I'm already losing my mind thinking about the possibilities. What's the hook? We're not just trading back for scraps. We're still landing elite talent late in the first round while building depth for Brian Flores' defense and Kevin O'Connell's offense. Vikings fans, this is the kind of move that could set us up for a Super Bowl run in 2025. Let's break it down pick by pick. Grab your horns, hit that like button, and let's dive into the madness of this mock draft. Alright, Vikings faithful, let's talk round 1, pick 30, our new spot after the trade with Buffalo. Say hello to Gray Zabel, offensive lineman from North Dakota State. This guy's a 6 feet 6 inches, 312-pound beast who's got the skills to start at left guard day 1, challenging Blake Brandel in camp. After free agency filled so many holes, Zabel feels like the perfect puzzle piece to lock down our O-line. Why do I love this pick? Zabel's versatility is insane. He can play all 5 spots up front. He dominated at tackle in college, but he's got the agility and power to slide inside or even step in for Ryan Kelly at center down the road. His Senior Bowl and NFL combined performances turned heads. Think run-blocking mauler who can stonewall those nasty interior pass rushers. With Justin Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy in the backfield, this could make our offense unstoppable. Imagine this line: Christian Darrisaw, Gray Zabel, Ryan Kelly, Ed Ingram, and Brian O'Neill. That's a wall, folks. But here's the suspense. Will Zabel still be there at 30? Some mocks have him creeping up boards, so Kwesi's got to play this trade just right. What do you think, Vikings Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you cheer this pick? Round 3, pick 97 is up, and we're going defense. Baby, meet Lathan Ransom, safety from Ohio State, a 6-foot, 205-pound missile who's got my heart racing. With Harrison Smith maybe in his last dance in 2025 and Theo Jackson improving, Ransom's the kind of explosive athlete we need to keep Brian Flores' secondary humming. This dude's a stat sheet stuffer. 18 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 3 picks, and 13 passes defended over 4 years. He's not perfect in coverage yet, but when he's flying downhill as a run stopper or blitzer, he's a nightmare for offenses. Picture him learning from Smith as a rookie, rocking special teams, then stepping into that enforcer role in 2026. Chills, right? Here's the kicker. At 23, Ransom's got experience and room to grow. Could he be the next big thing in our secondary? I'm hyped, but I want to know. Do you see him as a future star or a project? Hit the comments and let's debate this one, Vikings fans. Day 3 kicks off with round 4, pick 109, and we're doubling down on the secondary. Say hello to Kobe Bryant, cornerback from Kansas. This guy's a 180-pound playmaker who's been snagging balls left and right, 13 interceptions and 3 defensive touchdowns in college. He's skinny and ran a 4.53, but his tenacity and ball skills scream Vikings DNA. Bryant's a press coverage guy who can lock down the outside, and I'm picturing him opposite Byron Murphy Jr., giving Flores more toys to play with. Those 11 tackles for loss show he's not afraid to mix it up, either. After adding Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Okudah in free agency, this pick feels like a cherry on top for our cornerback depth. But here's the suspense. Can he bulk up and refine his game for the NFL? I'm betting on Flores to mold him into a steal at 109. What's your take, Vikings Nation? Are we building the league's best secondary? Let me know below. Round 5, pick 139, and we're switching gears to the offense. Ja'Cory Cross-Garrett, running back from Arizona, is our guy. Even with Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, and Ty Chandler in the backfield, this 5 feet 11 inches, speed demon's too good to pass up. He ran for nearly 1,200 yards and 18 touchdowns at New Mexico in 2023. Insane production. This dude's pro day was electric. A 4.45 40-yard dash and elite jumps that show off his twitchy feet. He's a home run threat who can dodge defenders and set up blocks like a magician. The Vikings reportedly hosted him for a visit, so you know Kwesi's got his eye on this sleeper. Could he be our next hidden gem? Here's the twist. He barely played at Arizona last year due to eligibility issues. Is he a risk or a reward? I'm leaning reward, but I need your input, fans. Would you roll the dice on Cross-Garrett? Drop it in the comments. Still in round 5, pick 169, and we're beefing up the tight end room. Thomas Fidone II from Nebraska steps in at 6 feet 5 inches, 243 pounds. A combine standout with crazy athleticism. With only TJ Hawkinson and Josh Oliver on the roster, we need depth, and Fidone's got the tools to be a receiving threat. He's got just 61 catches for 633 yards over 2 seasons, so he's raw, but his upside's tantalizing. Blocking's a question mark with that lean frame, but imagine KOC scheming him open for J.J. McCarthy. Could be a matchup nightmare. This pick's all about potential, and I'm drooling over the possibilities. Will he pan out, though? That's the suspense keeping me up at night. Vikings fans, are you sold on Fidone as our third tight end? Hit the comments and let's talk it out. Round 6, pick 187, and we're taking a swing at wide receiver. Donnie Thornton Jr. from Tennessee is a 6 feet 5 inches, 205-pound freak who ran a 4.3 at the combine, size and speed you can't teach. Last year, he averaged 25.4 yards per catch, tops in the country, with 26 grabs for 661 yards and 6 scores. He's unpolished, 65 catches total in college, shaky releases and roll routes. But that's where Keenan McCardell comes in. Imagine Thornton stretching the field for Jefferson and Addison, maybe replacing Jalen Nailor in 2026. This is a dart throw, but if it hits, we've got a steal on our hands. Here's the hook. Can McCardell unlock this unicorn? I'm pumped, but I need your take. Vikings Nation, is Thornton worth the gamble? Let me know below. Round 6, pick 206, our final pick, and we're going big, literally. Cam Jackson, defensive tackle from Florida, is a 6 feet 6 inches, 328-pound mountain of a man. He slimmed down from last fall but still showed quickness and power at the Senior Bowl. Perfect for adding youth to our D-line. With Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave over 30 and coming off injuries, Jackson's a developmental piece who could grow into a rotation guy. Brian Flores loves versatile big bodies, and this dude's got the raw tools to clog lanes and push the pocket. I'm seeing a future contributor here, but will he stick? Late-round picks are a crapshoot, and I'm on the edge of my seat. What do you think, fans? Is Jackson the depth we need? Drop your predictions in the comments. Let's zoom out, Vikings Nation, 7 picks after that Bills trade, and we've hit offense and defense hard. From Gray Zabel fortifying the O-line to Lathan Ransom and Kobe Bryant juicing up the secondary. This haul's got balance. Then you've got Cross-Garrett, Fidone, Thornton, and Jackson. Upside plays that could pay off big. The suspense is killing me. Did Kwesi nail this trade-back strategy? Doubling our picks from 4 to 7 while still grabbing a first-round stud feels like a masterstroke. But it all hinges on these guys panning out. Every Vikings fan knows the draft's a roller coaster. What's your vibe on this mock, fam? Are we playoff bound with this class? Hit the comments with your favorite pick. I'm dying to hear your takes. Time to geek out on Gray Zabel some more, because this dude's the crown jewel of this draft. At 6 feet 6 inches, 312 pounds, he's got the frame to add a little more beef, and his athleticism screams first-round value. North Dakota State churns out winners, and Zabel's tape, pancaking defenders in the run game, holding up against bull rushes, has me screaming, "Skull!" at my TV. He's not just a guard prospect. His tackle experience means he's a swing guy in a pinch, and that flexibility's gold for a team like ours. If he's there at 30, it's a no-brainer. If he's gone, I'll be pacing the floor. Vikings fans, are you as obsessed with this pick as I am? Let's hear it. The story's not over. Will Zabel be the anchor that gets J.J. McCarthy to the promised land? I'm dreaming of a top-tier O-line, but I need your hype in the comments to keep me going. Let's talk Lathan Ransom again, because this safety's got me fired up for Flores defense. At 205 pounds, he's a heat-seeking missile. Those 6 forced fumbles and 18 tackles for loss aren't flukes. He's a tone-setter who could thrive in our aggressive scheme, especially if Harrison Smith passes the torch. Coverage isn't his forte yet, but that's coachable, and his downhill chaos is pure Vikings vibes. Imagine him blitzing off the edge or stuffing runs while Smith mentors him. My purple heart can't take it. The question is, can he grow into a full-time starter by 2026? Here's the tease. Is Ransom the heir apparent we've been waiting for? I'm on the edge of my seat, Vikings Nation. Tell me in the comments if you're buying this hype. Kobe Bryant at 109. Let's unpack this cornerback gem. 13 picks in college, 3 touchdowns, and a knack for finding the ball. It's playmaker central. At 180 pounds, he's light, but that 4.53 speed and pressman grit make him a Flores special waiting to happen. Pair him with Murphy, Rogers, and Okuda, and our secondary's looking deep and nasty. The suspense is whether he can add weight and polish to survive NFL receivers. I'm betting on it, but it's a gamble. Vikings fans, are you feeling this pick as much as I am? What's the payoff? A lockdown corner crew that terrorizes NFC North QBs. Drop your thoughts below. Let's keep this energy rolling. Ja'Cory Cross-Gameret's speed has me buzzing, so let's dive back in. That 4.45 dash and 1,200-yard season at New Mexico screams sleeper potential. Imagine him spelling Aaron Jones with some juice. His feet are unreal, juking defenders like it's a video game. The catch? He's untested after barely playing at Arizona. Is he a one-year wonder or a legit weapon for KOC's offense? I'm leaning weapon, but the unknown's got me hooked. Vikings Nation, what's your gut say on this one? Picture this: Jones, Mason, Chandler, and Cross-Gameret rotating in 2025. Is that backfield too stacked to handle? Hit the comments and let's dream big together. Thomas Fidone 2 at tight end. Let's break this down. At 6 feet 5 inches, 243, he's a combined freak with receiving upside that could stretch defenses thin. With Hawkinson and Oliver locked in, Fidone's a depth piece who might pop as a red zone target for McCarthy. Blocking Siffy, he's skinny for the trenches, but his athleticism's got me intrigued. The story here is potential. Can he bulk up and become a steal, or is he just a flashy combine guy? I'm rooting for the former, but I need your take. Fans, will Fidone be the surprise of this class? That's the cliffhanger. Drop your predictions below and keep me guessing. Donnie Thornton Jr. This 6 feet 5 inches speedster's got me hyped to the moon. A 4.340 and 25.4 yards per catch last year? That's a deep threat Jefferson and Addison would love. He's raw as heck. 65 college catches total. But McCardell's the wizard to refine him. Imagine Thornton bombing it downfield in 2026, replacing Naylor with that rare size-speed combo. The suspense is whether he can put it all together. I'm praying he does, because this could be a home run. Vikings fans, are you sold on this late-round flyer? Here's the hook. Is Thornton our next big play machine? I'm buzzing. Hit the comments and let's wrap this draft talk in style. Alright, Vikings Nation, we've dissected this mock draft from top to bottom. 7 picks, 1 epic trade, and a roster ready to roll in 2025. From Zabel's O-line dominance to Ransom and Bryant locking down the secondary. Plus those sneaky day 3 swings, I'm feeling the purple pride swelling. Kwesi's got us dreaming of playoffs, and I'm all in, are you? The suspense is over, but the conversation's just starting. Which picks got you most excited? Zabel? Ransom? Thornton? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading every single one, because this fan base is the best in the NFL. Let's keep the Vikings fire burning. Skol forever, fam. If you love this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with your crew. We're 3 weeks from the real draft. Stay tuned for every twist and turn. Let's go, Vikings. See you in the comments.